Hey guys, welcome back to another Amiami haul video, and this time we're going to be going over my May order, which is the last Amiami haul in the backlog. So this is pretty exciting for me, since I can finally get some floor space back, and I also won't have to wait as long between getting these new figures and then actually opening them up. Yeah, ever since I started doing these videos, I've just basically constantly had figures piled up in my room. So I'm looking forward to getting, all that decluttered. Not that it's really clutter, because it's there for a reason, but you know what I mean. It's taking up space, and I would rather open up the figures, play with them, and then, put the boxes in storage and all that. But anyway, let's start looking at some figures. So starting with Bandai SH Figuarts, we've got the new Final Battle, or Final Arc Naruto. And this is probably one of my favorite looks for Naruto. I think I'm more excited for this one than I am for the new Sasuke, but it is pretty close, and I'm excited to have them both together, really. I do wish that he came with like some sort of jutsu effect, but all the faces and hands should be compatible with our previous Narutos, so I do like that. My only real issue with this figure is, again, the reverse ab crunch, which I talked about in the last haul video with Shigaraki. Basically, I don't think it's super necessary, and it also doesn't look very good. It's not the worst thing ever, but I feel like it definitely does stand out on this guy, more so than on some of the other figures they've done it with. For whatever reason, Figuarts and Figma are kind of bringing this joint back, and I don't know, I don't really get why. Like, we have ball pegs, they look and work much better overall in, like, every case. But, whatever. Still excited for this figure, and moving on. Then we've got the new base Goku figure, and I think I actually might be more excited for this one than I was for the Super Saiyan Games Begin Goku. It is the same figure, aside from the coloring and the head, obviously, but man, I really love this head sculpt. The hair is super sharp, the faces look great too. I think they have really been killing it with the head sculpts lately. My only minor gripe is not getting a more like casual or silly face, but not a huge deal. And it's also really neat how these newer figures are all coming with like regular hair sculpts and then windswept hair sculpts as well. More options, always better, basically. Then we've got another Z Fighter here, and this is the re-release of like the Z Cell Saga Krillin. I'm really happy they re-released this one. This is kind of the only Krillin figure that I'm interested in so far. Unless they want to give us like a Buu Saga Krillin. I've always liked that look. I would also take some GT looks, especially like a base adult Goku or Vegeta with the mustache. But before that, we really need Super Baby 2 and Omega Shenron at the very least. But anyway, as for this guy, very happy to add him to the collection. He's going to go great with, the new Gokus, the new Vegeta, the new Gohan that just went up for pre-order, and that Trunks they showed with the tank top look. We'll really be able to recreate that classic opening shot with all the Z fighters. And then for our last Bandai figure, we've got the new Tony Chopper, or I guess in a way it's the old one since it's the pre-time skip look. But anyway, I don't really want to gloss over the figure too much, but that being said, they did just reveal Robin the other day, which I am way more excited for, which also means we're one step closer to Frankie, who is one of, if not the character, I've been looking forward to the most since this line started. But yeah, as far as Chopper goes, he does look very cute, obviously, and I'm definitely glad to have this look for him, since the Egghead one is very arc specific. I'm not sure if I prefer this pre-time skip look or the post-time skip look. I kind of go back and forth, but yeah, I like that they're giving us all the Straw Hats now, pre-time skip versions, so we can just get a complete crew, and then we can move on to other stuff, I feel like they kind of should have started going this route, but what do I know? And then for a couple non-figure releases from Bandai, we've got the One Piece Party Set. So this gives new faces for everybody. Then you've got your beer mugs, your barrel, some other stuff, like a little backdrop too. I'm kind of surprised that Bandai isn't doing more of these kind of option sets. Like, it's a relatively easy and inexpensive way to expand a line, giving all the characters more looks and more accessories. What I definitely want are more effect sets for characters with powers. You know, like they did for Luffy, and they did that Deku and Bakugo set as well. We are getting the Gear 3 set for Luffy, so, you know, they're definitely thinking about it. But I'm kind of surprised we haven't gotten anything for Dragon Ball yet. Like, no sort of effect set with different energy blasts, auras, or, like, ground-breaking effects. I don't know. Seems strange, but maybe that is something that is in the pipeline. Speaking of effects, we've got another Tamashii effect. This is the wind effect in the white coloring. So this is now my third version of this effect piece. I have the blue and the green one. But I'm definitely happy to add this one to the collection too, since it's like the most neutral, or like, you know, you can like use it with any character. Like the blue one, for example, I've used when taking pictures of like Naruto and Jiraiya when they're doing like Rasengan, you know. And I use like the green one with Obito. But yeah, this one, since it's just a very neutral looking effect piece, could go with basically any character. This could actually go good in a Dragon Ball display if you are recreating that the ending shot from the opening that I was talking about, you know, where Goku lands in the middle and then powers up to Super Saiyan. I feel like this could work for that. But yeah, I'm always a big fan of these, so you know, I'll be picking them up. And then moving over to Figma, which I feel like we haven't had anything from them in a while. We've got the new Fire Emblem Three Houses Edelgard, which is the first of the Three Houses Figma, but the only other one that we know about so far is female Byleth. I don't think anyone else has been announced. It would be nice to at least get Dimitri and Claude, and then I would also like a male Byleth. Three Houses is actually the only Fire Emblem game that I've played, so far, I should say, but I really loved it. I need to play more tactical RPGs, since I always end up enjoying them a lot. I did actually go with Edelgard for my route when I played that game. I think she had the best cast of characters. I do want to go back and play the games on the 3DS someday, and the new one looks pretty cool too. But yeah, this figure also looks cool, definitely very solid, and looking forward to the Byleth as well to pair them up, obviously. Then moving over to Reveltech, we've got the amazing Yamaguchi Kasumi from Ninja Gaiden 3, which actually rounds out the Ninja Gaiden 3 figures, I believe. Since the only other ones that we know are coming are the Ninja Gaiden 4 version of Ryu Hayabusa, and then the OG version too, right? Much like Ayane, who we got a little bit ago, this figure looks really nice. I think the hair and the cape contrast very nicely. I like that. But yeah, getting all these cool figures from Ninja Gaiden really makes me want to play the games. I gotta get to those at some point. Next up is going to be the Jaw Titan from Attack on Titan, obviously. And this is our last figure in this line for the time being, aside from that giant Colossal Titan statue. I mentioned last time that I really want a Warhammer Titan figure, but I think a Cart Titan would also be a lot of fun. I also wonder if we'll get the other versions of the Titans. So, you know, for the Jaw Titan, you've got Ymir and Falco's versions, and then you've got Armin's version of the Colossal Titan, although that would also probably be a statue like the one that we've got coming out soon. But yeah, although this look for the Jaw Titan wasn't really in the series as much as some of the other Titans, I think it is a very memorable design, and I like the long claws and long toenails. And then the mane as well, I think, gives it a very interesting look. So another solid month of Reveltech releases, but this guy is the one that I was most looking forward to this time around. I love Garo, even more so after reading the webcomic semi-recently. I think he's just really cool, and I like his character arc a lot. I hope we get figures of his other forms as well, so like when he's got the orange hair, like when he starts monsterizing, and then like his full monster form. Although, I guess even for that there's a couple different versions, but, you know, something like that. I mean, we are already getting two versions of Bang. We've got like the regular version, and then we've got the shirtless version, so I think there's definitely a good chance that we see another Gado too. But yeah, really excited for this guy, like I said. Looking forward to posing him up with a bunch of different characters. And then we've got one new release from Mayfex, which is Iceman, obviously. I've mentioned a few times how much I dig translucent plastic, so this one, was kind of a no-brainer for me. He's just such a fun-looking figure, I think. The ice effects are really cool. No pun intended. I think they would also work really well with, either of the Todoroki figures we've gotten. And, yeah, I don't know. Highly anticipated release for me. Looks really great. And then we've also got one release from Medicos, which I mentioned in the last video. For whatever reason, this guy, or the re-release of this guy, went up for pre-order, but there was no Josuke to go along with him. So for that reason, I'm actually going to hold off on opening him up until I can get a Josuke. He does look sweet, though. I've always loved the cotton candy colors of Crazy Diamond, and this bright pink box is really nice, too. I am not an inbox collector at all, but I do appreciate when companies make the packaging look nice. I do think it would be cool to someday have like a dedicated storage / display area for all the cool packaging from companies like Medicos and Good Smile, but that's a goal for a future day. Then moving over to some miscellaneous things, we've got the latest release in the Sexy Ice line. This is the Smasher Anaconda Strike version. So I'm pretty sure that this is just a repaint of the Smasher that we got previously, which I don't mind at all. It's an amazing figure, and I might even prefer this color scheme, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know, this line is just the best. And still going, thankfully. We've got, I think 2 figures that went up for pre-order that we're waiting on. And then I think they showed some other prototypes and stuff at conventions, so yeah. Hoping this line keeps going for a long time to come. And lastly, we've got the latest and greatest from ArchCore. So we've got Arc 52, the Cyclops Walker, and then 53, Harold's Private Guard. So these guys are like the counterparts to the ArchCore figures I got in my March order, I think. So we've got another very cool looking trooper with some unique weapons and accessories. And then we've got this transforming leg mech thingy that can combine with the arms I got to make a big old mech suit. I kind of gushed about ArchCore back in that previous video, so I'll just say that, big fan of the line, obviously, and I think original IP toy lines have really been killing it in recent years. So that was everything that I picked up from Amiami in May. These 3 are probably the ones I was looking forward to the most, although that Naruto would probably be a very close 4th place. But with this video coming out, I could finally check off my backlog of Amiami hauls. Next week, following the usual schedule, will be another episode of What Did I Get This Week? And then the following week, we can finally get cracking on another Big Bad Toy Store haul. I've already got one here that's ready to go, and another one that I actually just shipped out. So we'll have at least 2, maybe 3 by the time those videos are all out. We'll see. But all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thanks as always, and see ya.